Dokovan's stream again, this time for some Aelquilibra support, so let's begin. But first a Skyride promo, which is a Stochea card, Deep Lands Medius, which is grade 2 and taking power in the skill is auto when placed on rear guard other than by card ability, and if you play an order card this turn, cost Soul Blast 1, look top 5 cards to your deck to choose up to one card with grade less than or equal to your Vanguard, reveal it and put it to your hand if it's an order card, but you call it if it's a unit. And yes, it is technically one of those grade 2s that can Soul Blast 1, look at top 5 to call something from the top 5 cards to your deck if you play an order card during the turn. And Stochea never got one of these, by the way, so it's just nice to see one of these even though it might be powerful in Stochea. In which we go to the second skill, Auto Rearguard. When this card attacks, if your unit is placed on rearguard from drop zone this turn, cost Energy Blast 2, choose one of your opponent's rearguards, and until the end of your opponent's next turn, it cannot be intercept and cannot stand during the stand phase, and if your opponent's Vanguard is at least grade 3 plus 5k power in the end of the battle. Overall, pretty decent, especially on the paralyzed part. And because it's Stochea, a good number of Stochea decks can actually use this, because a lot of Stochea decks does use orders. And now before we go to the actual Aelquilibra support, here is the grade 3 alternate form searcher that gets 5k shield if your opponent has 4 more cards in the drop, and of course you still get the extra 10k if your opponent has a G zone. And now to the actual Aelquilibra support, we start off with Bledezen Dragon, which is grade 2 at taking power in the skills. Count Guardian, if you have 3 or more rearguards with overcharge, plus 10k. Not too bad. With the second skill, Overcharge, count rearguard. When this card is chosen by your at least grade 3 Aelquilibra, plus 10k. I mean, if you want some defense and offense, go ahead and run this. Next, Asher Kivatar Dragon, which is grade 3 at taking power in the skills. Auto, when placed on rearguard, if you have at least a grade 3 Aelquilibra Vanguard, choose up to one card from your drop zone other than the trigger unit and put it to the bottom of the deck, and if you put it grade 3, then cost count plus 1, draw a card. This is actually pretty good for some recycling, especially since you will be kind of going through your deck quite a bit, especially that one grade 3 that can retire itself to let you draw a card as well. But anyway, second skill, Overcharge. Auto rearguard, at the end of this card attack, if it was chosen by your at least grade 3 Aelquilibra, cost put this as Soul, choose one of your units, plus 5k power in your turn. This is quite helpful for some Soul because Aelquilibra does use some Soul, and sometimes it does use it pretty fast, so just having some ways to recharge your Soul is pretty nice. And also lets you recycle for free as well, so this is actually pretty good to run. And now we go to Drag Raider Partia, which is a grade 2 at taking power in the skills. Auto, when placed on rearguard from hand, look at top 7 cards to your deck to choose either one card with the Overcharge ability with different name from this card, or up to one equalize the scales of the world, aka the order card from among them, reveal it and put it to your hand, and of course of your deck. If you revealed a card, put a card from your hand to Soul. This is just quite nice that you can not only choose Soul Charge technically, but also let you search from the top 7. What's not to love about this card already? But it has a second ability where Overcharge, count rearguard if chosen by the ability of your Aelquilibra plus 10k. Overall pretty decent since it just lets you search and recharges your soul. So that's it for the new Aelquilibra support. What do you guys think of it? Overall it is pretty cool and it's just more choices and options for the deck. Although I've been seeing a lot of grade 2s and ups when it comes to Aelquilibra, so it might be lacking boosters. You might even consider running the Hostage Order build because there's a lot of grade 2s and ups in this deck, so you might want those extra boosters for high boosting attacks. But at the same time, not sure if you want to give it up for some overcharge slots. But other than that, that's it for this and see you all next time.